love wiffle ball. No other way to explain it. Just something about the game. The feel of the grass. Smacking that ball all over the field. Making plays. Diving head first, whatever it takes to get the job done. That's what wiffle ball means to me. Striking out grown men. Watching their knees buckle on a called third strike. Sit out, bud. And then, of course, the home runs. The base hits. The big home runs at the big moments. That's a whiff of greatness. Join us all season long for the Joe Aguirre story, the CMG podcast.
Going on, basketball fans? This is a special All-Star preview pick'em edition of the Posting Up podcast. I'm joined always by Jay, Sean, and Isaiah, and a special guest here, Justin from Sports Talk with R&J. Welcome, Justin, to the show.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. So we'll get right into these picks. We're going to start with the skills challenge here. Basically, skills challenge is a variety of dribbling moves, passing skills, a little bit of shooting here and there, and just the overall skill of the game for the NBA here. The skills challenge, always a decent one to watch here. The participants for this competition are Robert Covington of Portland, Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks, Chris Paul of the Phoenix Suns, Zay's guy Julius Randle of the New York Knicks, Domantas Sabonis of the Indiana Pacers, and Nikola Vucevic of the Orlando Magic. So we're gonna go around, make some picks here. Tell if we're looking forward to anything particular from this contest. Isaiah, since you're the one with one of your team's players on here, we'll start with you. What do you got?
It's gonna be two obvious picks for me tonight. And this is going to be the first one. That's going to be Julius Randle, baby. I can't go against my team. But no, I really think he can pull it off. I do believe Julius Randle has the ability to dribble the ball. I believe he can shoot. I believe he can pass. So I think this is a contest that's built for him. So I have to take Julius Randle. I mean, I'm a Knicks fan, but I do believe he could possibly pull this off. I do believe it. So who you got?
Sean.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the sleeper pick here. I'm going to go with Nikola Vucevic. I think that for a big man, I think he's a very skilled passer. I think he's a good shooter too, and it really comes in the skills challenge. It really comes down to that last shot. If you could hit it, dribbling up the court, and I think you can do that. And there's been a history of big men winning the skills challenge in the past. Bam Adebayo won it last year, and then in a couple of recent years, Karl Anthony Towns won it, and Kristaps Porzingis. So. I think the big man is going to win it again this year. I think he's a sleeper pick, but he's got the passing ability. Obviously, he's not too shifty dribbling the ball, but I think he's better than most big men doing it. So I'm going to go with the sleeper with Vucevic. How about you, though, Jace?
See, ever since they started throwing big men in here, I love picking a big man, and I think Sabonis he's perfect. I loved what he ever since he came into the league with OKC. I love what he's been able to do, not just as a big man getting the rebounds and all that stuff, but he is able to extend his game and be a little bit of a playmaker. So he's my pick here. I mean, obviously Chris Paul and Luka, those are the SpongeBob Square picks. But I think Sabonis, and I think he can represent the big guys. I don't know who you got, Justin.
I'm actually going one of your SpongeBob Square picks. I
knew it.
Luka Doncic. This challenge is made for Luka. He can do everything out there. He's a great passer, great scorer. He's been shooting the 3-ball really well lately. Like his last 10 games, he's almost shooting like 50%. So he's been on fire. So I gotta take Luka Doncic. This event just seems it's just made for him with everything he can do. He's such a talented player on and off the floor. Who do you got, Lucas?
Yeah, so every time I pick a skills challenge winner, and it's just I've gotten the 3-point and the dunk contest right. I never get the winner of the skills challenge right. So Justin, my mind is telling me to pick Luka Doncic, but I'm not going to. Maybe this will be the year I get it because, like Sean and Jace have said in the past, big men are always winners. So I'm gonna back up Sean here. I'm gonna go with Nikola Vucevic from the Magic. I think not only like Sean said, he's one of the better big man dribblers and shooters in the league, but I think he's also a decent playmaker. So look for it's always surprising the winner of the skills challenge for some reason. So I'm gonna go with Nikola Vucevic for the skills challenge here. Sorry, Zay. I know your guy Julius Randle. He'll put up a good fight though.
I'm cool. Like I said, when he wins, I'll just be sitting there in the winner circle alone. Like, you guys are just SpongeBob Square picks and whatnot. We fine.
Oh man. All right. So after this ad from CMG, we'll get into the 3-point contest, my personal favorite. So why don't we get that ad going?
Looking for a casual baseball podcast to listen to? Well, Baseball with the Bard, presented by Clovercrest Media, has just what you're looking for. Tyler Bard and Noah Cross cover a wide range of happenings in the MLB and then dive into a deep focus on the Red Sox and Yankees. Join us every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your weekly dose of Baseball with the Bard.
All right, so getting into the 3-point contest here coming up this weekend. And here is another competition with someone from one of our favorite teams in it, Jace. Mike Conley was a late addition to the 3-point contest. So it will be him going up against Jaylen Brown, Stephen Curry, Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell, another player from the Jazz, and Jayson Tatum. So, Jace, I mean, I think you have a lot of options here, more than any other fan in the league. So we'll start with you. Is Mike Conley versus Donovan Mitchell your dream final matchup for this competition?
Yes, obviously. But I think originally I had Devin Booker picked to win this because I figured he'd be mad that he wasn't like originally an all-star and he had to take an injury. But now Mike Conley's like that. But now I think Donovan Mitchell, if you watch the draft for the all-star game the other night, the Jazz were disrespected. And I think Donovan Mitchell is going to take that to heart like he took Shaq's comments, and he is going to dominate this 3-point contest, and he's going to dominate the all-star game. But, Justin, who you taking here?
Yeah, this is a tough one for me. But I got the Bulls, Zach LaVine. My king, I have nobody in all-star competition, but I'm still salty. Zach LaVine should have been a king, but the Bulls signed, when they signed him, the Bulls re-signed him. So I was disappointed about that, but I've always been a big Zach LaVine fan, and he's really developed his 3-point shot the last 2 years, I thought, and it felt like. So I'm going to take Zach LaVine and the Bulls. He's been playing really, really well this year, and I think he could win this 3-point contest. Who you got, King Zay?
Well, I'm disappointed Quickly didn't shoot, so I really wanted to see him in this tomorrow night. But I got Stephen Curry. I think people think he's, not, the same, or he's not, he needs other players to help him win. But I think Curry's got something to prove out there, guys, and I think he'll prove it tomorrow night, and I think he'll win that easily. And unfortunately for Jason, he'll have to sit there with 2 chances and have to watch lose on 2 chances. But yeah, it's definitely going to be Stephen Curry.
Before you go, Sean, just wanted to make a quick comment here with the Stephen Curry thing. For those of you who didn't know, Stephen Curry has been in 6 3-point contests and only won 1. Sean, go ahead.
That's great.
That's why I'm not gonna go with Stephen Curry because he's been in this contest before, and obviously he's the best shooter in the world, probably best shooter of all time. But I just feel like it's too obvious of a pick. So I'm gonna go with Jayson Tatum from the Celtics. I think that he's a tremendous, not just scorer, but a tremendous shooter, and especially when no contested shots, especially just like warm up shots in a 3-point contest. I think he can get in that rhythm and that groove. Because obviously when he does get in that rhythm, he's one of the best shooters in the league, and he can't be stopped. So I think that Tatum would be my pick here. But who you got, Lucas?
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna double up what Justin said. I got Zach LaVine winning this contest. I think he's gonna win it. Just not even close. Like we
close.
Not even close.
That's bold. Are we keeping tally? Somebody writing this down?
Hey, these videos get saved, so we can go back and look at it. If you guys go back and look at an episode of John with the G-Man, I called J.J. Watt signing with the Cardinals, but we won't talk about that right now.
Rewatch is going to make me look like a genius.
No, but I mean, I just think Zach LaVine is a tremendous 3-point shooter. He's improved on his jump shot a lot since he's gotten to Chicago, and like I said, Steph Curry is obviously one of the greatest shooters of all time in the world, NBA history. But for someone
not B,
he could
not one of okay.
All right,
his teammate.
He will be the eventually. I think by the time his career is over. But
Clay.
Yeah, Clay. I think Clay's more consistent than Stephen Curry, but we won't talk about that right now. Yeah, but I think Steph Curry. I don't think this competition really even matters to him. So that's why I think he's been in it 6 times and only won once. Because I think if he tried his, went 100% every single time, he'd be 6 or 6. But I think this is kind of bottom of the list for Steph Curry as far as accomplishments in the NBA go. I think he's more concerned with championships and MVPs. So it'd be nice for Zach LaVine to get a 3-point contest win because, he's got that dunk contest 2 times actually. And then he's not getting a ring anytime soon. So we'll be honest.
Not on the Bulls.
Ever. Anytime soon. Ever.
All right. We'll get into the dunk contest next, but we'll give y'all another ad from Clovercrest here.
The Cross'em Wrestling Entertainment Podcast, presented by Clovercrest Media, is what you AEW fans have been looking for. Noah Cross and Tyler Bard give their take on every week's episode of Dynamite. If you are a massive AEW fan, then it is time to join us every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Stay Cross'em.
All right, so I hate to start this way, but a severely underwhelming dunk contest, at least in my opinion. I know Isaiah has another person from his favorite team participating in this, but I want to see Zion, Ja Morant, and LeBron James in this competition, not Cassius Stanley and Anthony Simons. Get that bull crap out of here. Anyways, we're still gonna pick winners. This is the competition with the least amount of participants in it. It will be at halftime of the All-Star game, so we will see how that works out. Justin, we'll start with you this time. Who do you got taking the dunk contest?
Hey, I'm actually going to go with King Tate. I know the guy he's taking. It will be Toppin. I picked him for Rookie of the Year. He hasn't been that hasn't panned out for him so far this year. But last year at Dayton had such high level dunks, especially in transition. So I'm gonna go with my favorite college player last year, Obi Toppin, to get this dunk contest. Over to King. Yeah, I assume you think
that's a great pick. That's a great pick, my man. That's the best pick you made all night. It's gonna be Obi Toppin for me. Like he said, it hasn't panned out to be the year he wanted it to be. Obviously, he'll probably turn it on next year. Similar to RJ Barrett, who had a rocky rookie season, I would say, and he's really turned it on this year. So we can hoping to similar with Obi Toppin, but he's definitely my pick for the slam dunk. Jace, who you got?
I mean, Obi Toppin should get it. He should win. But I'm gonna go the dark horse route here. I'm gonna go Anthony Simons. This dude, they ran a big campaign called Let Amph Dunk, I think it was, in Portland. So they were really hyping up this guy. They've been hyping it. He's only got 2 dunks on the season. Came from high school, 5th year in high school to play straight to the Blazers. So I like this kid. He's got hops. I think he's going to show up, and I think he's going to be a real – I think he has something up his sleeve tonight, and he's going to show something. What about you, Sean? What do you got?
I'm going to go with Cassius Stanley, and I don't even think it's going to be remotely close. I think he's going to blow them out of the water. Cassius Stanley, his vertical is absolutely insane. If you watch some of the dunks he had at Duke last year, and even before that in high school, this dude is meant to dunk. He's a pure athlete. He's not the greatest basketball player, but he's one of the most athletic players in the NBA, and he hasn't really gotten a shot with the Pacers. He's been down in the G League for most of the year, so I think he's going to want to make his name known to the rest of the league, and he's going to do it on Sunday night. He's going to have some fantastic dunks, and I know Lucas was saying there's not a lot of big names, but I think it will be I think these guys will be entertaining because I think they're hungry, and I think they're going to go out and prove it. But I got Stanley pretty easily in this one. What's your opinion on it, Lucas?
Yeah, I hope that it's very entertaining. You know, I know Obi Toppin and these guys like Cassius Stanley can fly. Anthony Simons, I'm not so sure about. I haven't seen him pull off too many fancy dunks, but I know he can get up too. But I'm gonna go with Justin and Isaiah. I'm gonna pick Obi Toppin. I mean, the dude can absolutely fly. He's athletic as hell. I can't wait to see what this guy comes up with. I think he's going to come out with some creative stuff, and he's going to not shock the world because I think a lot of people, like the 3 of us, are going to pick him. But I think he's going to certainly have some.
It's so hard for big guys in the dunk contest.
That's true, but like I said, I think Obi Toppin's different breed. I think he's very athletic, so I think he's going to.
Big, he's 6'8", I think. He's not that big. He's not like he's 6'11".
Compared to like the 6'2", I don't know how tall is Cassius Stanley. Like he's the tall guy. The big guy it makes everything look easier when you see a 6'2" guy get up and you see all that air below him. It looks a lot cooler than a guy who's getting just a little bit less up in the air. You know.
That's a good point.
Hey, well, I think
that's why Levine beat Gordon, you know?
Now you got to be short to win the dunk contest. That's what it is. Be short.
It's usually how it works out.
Hey, Dwight Howard's won before, so anything is possible, I guess.
True.
So hopefully, nevertheless, it's an entertaining dunk contest, I think, for sure. We'll be seeing some highlights on Instagram and Twitter. That's not even a question. So with all of our picks being in for the minor competitions, it's time to get to the All-Star game. But before that, we will look at the Posting Up's top 10 plays of the week.
Yeah, those things.
Here we go, Isaiah. This is the first time I think you've been here, at least for me, that we've watched this.
No.
I think I wasn't here the last time you were on a Saturday.
We spent
here we go. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That
was a nice pass. Greek Freak. He should be in the dunk contest too.
He should.
Yeah.
No power dunkers. Dunkers. He's too tall. Also.
Jamal Murray. Yeah. That's nice. That's like a little Pistol Pete action there.
Talk about struggling. Houston
they can't play defense, but they can throw out.
See, he's so big, he makes that look easy.
Yeah, but we're talking about 7 foot compared to 6'8". That's completely. You want to see LeBron, but then you complain about Obi Toppin being too tall. They were getting it.
Oh, let's go.
Unicorn.
New York Savior.
Yeah, in Dallas.
I heard Lucas trying to force his way to New York. That would be interesting.
Are you just trying to speak that into existence, eh?
No, I've heard that too. I have heard that rumor.
Oh, jeez. That's ice in the veins right there.
Yeah, damn, he makes it look easy from out there, bro. It's crazy now.
He's probably the most clutch player in the NBA. Right now.
wait.
I was watching that. Josh Hart.
He was watching New Orleans play. He must have had nothing to do.
It was on TNT. It was a national game.
Ooh.
My man. You ready for that? What you say, Chase? Look at all that air he gets under there. Oh.
I'll give you that. That was cold.
That was nice. That was nice.
Dunk contest, but okay, we'll play Mr.
Yeah, Miles Bridges can jump.
He can be in the dunk contest every year. As far as
yeah.
This play was so good, you got it twice.
Oh, look at that!
2 highlights in one. I had to make
it.
Double highlight.
It's a double whammy.
Porter with the block, Murray with the finish, and the little guy could fly.
Nice.
Yeah, those are some nice plays. That Rockets, the one against the Rockets, DeAndre Jordan. I don't know if you guys saw this, but obviously the Rockets have lost 13 straight games. I saw someone say that they lost 13 straight to honor James Harden, his number 13.
Oh, yikes.
I thought that was pretty funny.
And that team was so good and went to so bad real fast.
That's how it can happen.
Yeah, they suck.
When you get rid of a star and then Christian Wood goes down, boom, 13 in a row. That's unfortunate. So we'll get into the All-Star game here. We'll make our picks. We'll get into some things we're looking forward to. I'll just read off the teams here quick. Team LeBron starters are LeBron, Antetokounmpo, Curry, Doncic, and Jokic. Reserves coming off the bench for that is Dame Lillard, Ben Simmons, Chris Paul, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Sabonis, and Jace's guy Rudy Gobert. For Team Durant, the starters are Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, Kawhi Leonard, Bradley Beal, and Jayson Tatum. Obviously, Durant is injured. He's not playing in this game. Then the reserves coming off the bench for Team Durant is James Harden, Jace's guy Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, another one of Jace's guys, Zion Williamson, Zach LaVine, King Randall from New York, Isaiah's guy, and Nikola Vucevic. So this is stacking up to be a pretty good game. LeBron's team is looking kind of scary for the starters, but Jace, we'll go to you first. What are you looking forward to most in this game?
I'm looking forward to Donovan Mitchell just lighting it up, getting disrespected for being picked last. And then, I mean, LeBron, he goes second to last round and goes, I need some size. Let me pick Sabonis and leaves Gobert. You need size and you pick Sabonis over Gobert for your team. It's absurd. Spider Mitchell's going to dominate. You can't pick that man last. That man's a beast. He's going to light it up. And they are number one. They are the number one team in the NBA for a reason because they're playing that good. That's why they have 3 All-Stars, and the Jazz are going to dominate the All-Star game. Plain and simple.
Jace, didn't you pick Sabonis for the skills competition because he was a big man?
No, yeah. But when you go, hey, I need size, and you've got Sabonis or Gobert, who the hell you picking?
Apparently Sabonis.
It's the All-Star game. He wants some offense, not 12 points a game from Gobert.
Oh boy.
Let's be real. It's gonna be like watching a Nets game. There's gonna be no defense on Sunday. It's gonna be
not wrong.
Did you see Jace?
There can bring some defense to it.
It would be nice.
Apparently LeBron said somewhere along the lines of he was asked why the Jazz players were picked last.
Oh yeah, because you don't pick Utah in the video games. That's what he said. Yeah, even when they had the best dynamic duo ever in Stockton to Malone. So much so in Utah, they have car dealerships named after Stockton and Malone. That's how good of a duo it was. Nah, I'm not going to play with them because they're from Utah. Yeah, screw that, LeBron. I'm Team Durant all day. Let's go.
You know what? No one likes Cleveland neither. So that's what you should have told LeBron. You should have with the Joakim Noah who wants to play in Cleveland. So don't feel bad.
Justin, what are you looking forward to during this All-Star game? Man?
I'm looking forward to seeing how many points this Team LeBron starters can put up. Like I think this is like the best starting 5 you could put together for like an all-star game at each 5 positions, this starting 5 is going to be really scary. I don't know how, without much defense being playing all-star game, I don't know how KD's team could keep up with this LeBron offense that they got.
Sean, what are you looking forward to? Anything in
Yeah.
particular?
I know there's been a lot of hype around the Team LeBron starters, and obviously I think they're a great bunch. But I think the Team KD starters is I think they could keep up pace with them because like we've been saying, there's not a lot of defense in this game, and if you look at the starters, it's Kyrie, Bradley Beal, the best scorer in the league right now, and Tatum, is also an excellent scorer. So I think they can keep up pace with him in the starting lineup. But where I think it falls off for Team KD is with the reserves. I think that LeBron picked a much better reserve crew. And especially, with Devin Booker being out, and no disrespect to Mike Conley, I think it's great that he got his first All-Star nod, but I think Devin Booker is a better player right now. So I think that, the reserves for LeBron is going to carry them to the win in this one. I think that he just picked a much better group. Obviously, you got some great players in there, like, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Chris Paul, Ben Simmons, who could all give you buckets. Ben Simmons also gives you some defense, even though there's not a lot in this game. But so I think, LeBron, I think the starting matchup will be good to start the game, but I think that LeBron's second reserves will get the job done later in the game. But what are you looking forward to, Zay?
I know the answer to this one.
What do you mean? Nah, honestly, if KD was playing, I would probably give it to Team KD. I think when Kevin Durant's on the court, I don't think there's a better scorer in the world, honestly. I think LeBron is still the best player, but I don't think there's a better scorer in the world than Kevin Durant. That's just my opinion. But I don't know what Sean's talking about. I think Kevin Durant did a good job on the reserves. I think Julius Randle's going to come off the bench and actually play some defense. They're going to get a win. I can hear Tibbs yelling at him now if he don't play defense. But seriously speaking, I think that LeBron's team is stacked. And I guess without KD, I just can't see Team KD winning without KD, like without the greatest scorer in the world. When you got the greatest player in the world, you don't bet against him. So I got Team LeBron in this one, guys. So I think it's going to be great. I just want to see the highlights. I could care less about anything else, bro. I just want to see the highlights.
Yeah. Something I'm looking forward to seeing is something I like about this format is the ability for teammates to go up against each other. So I want to see Joel Embiid either post up Ben Simmons or Ben Simmons do a little crossover move on Joel Embiid, get to the rack, something like that. Have Joel Embiid block Ben Simmons off the backboard, something like that. Something cool, fun to see, a little fun competitiveness around. So Zay made his pick for the game. Jace, Justin, and Sean, I don't believe you guys did. So Jace, we'll go in that order. Who you got taking the All-Star game? It looks like you're muted, Jace.
Because you're going to say something about the Jazz. It was smart.
Team Durant, let's go. LeBron disrespected Gobert and the whole Jazz and all of Utah. Screw him.
I'm sorry, Jake, but I'm going against you. I got Team LeBron. I think they're just a little bit deeper with that starting lineup. I think Team LeBron will be able to pull it out.
Yeah, I'm with Justin and Zay on this one. I'm going to go with Team LeBron. I think it will be a pretty good game. Obviously, they're all the best players in the world. It's an all-star game, so I don't think it's going to be like a blowout on either side. But I do think LeBron's team is deeper, so I'm going to go with Team Bron. How about you, Lucas?
So what do I do here? Do I go with Jace and we can celebrate together once you guys are wrong, or do I go with the rest of you guys and we can all laugh at Jace at the end of the day?
You go with me. You at least get one thing right that night.
You got all of them right. I think me and Lucas got all the same picks right now.
My gut's going to tell going with Team LeBron. I'm sorry, Jace. I think that starting lineup is just a lot better. I think that they'll punish, not necessarily punish, but the offense on that side will just be unstoppable. So I believe Team LeBron will take this one. Obviously, it's the same format as last year. The team with the most points, plus 24, going to a target score.
That's so stupid. It's the dumbest thing. Can we just play regular game like we used to before?
Yeah.
Let them score 200 points.
I know they're. Yeah, I know they're honoring Kobe. It's a nice thing to try, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of that new.
I was okay with honoring Kobe for 1 year, but can we get back to the?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's other ways of honoring Kobe than restructuring everything like the logo and the All-Star game. There are other ways of doing it. I think we just got to figure them out. We have to figure because.
Yeah, I was gonna. No, I think the end of the game last year was really good though. When it got to that last part of the game, people were taking charges. People were actually playing defense. Like Kyle Lowry took a couple charges. I don't think I've ever seen that in an All-Star game before. It was super competitive at the end of the game. So I get what you guys are saying. I would like to see like a traditional setup, but I do think it worked last year. I think it got guys to be more competitive in a game that's usually just a lob city all the time. People are just not playing transition defense, stuff like that. So I think the competitive juices come out with this format. So we'll see how it ends up going this year. If it isn't like last year, then I do agree. I think that they should change it back, but we'll see how it goes.
Get back to them and let them play for money. You want to see them start playing defense? Put some money up, and we'll start seeing some defense in them games.
Right. I think either way we'll see some highlights. So, Justin, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, I like that idea. That put the money, make the winner get.
I think they get enough revenue. I think they could do that at least.
Yeah, it'd make them a little bit more competitive defensively. You would hope, toward the end of the game.
Yes, there's definitely some improvement they could do on the format here. So we'll see how this year's game goes. After the All-Star game, we will be back on Tuesday to preview the second half of the season. Games will start back up that following Wednesday, so we'll look at some games. Is it Thursday? I thought it was Wednesday.
I think it's Thursday to start back up.
Wednesday or Thursday, whatever it is. Basketball will be back next week, and we will be back as well. So for the Posting Up podcast, for Jay, Sean, Isaiah, and our special guest Justin, thanks for joining us again, buddy. We have been. No problem. This has been the Posting Up podcast. We'll be back Tuesday at 5.
It's Wednesday.